What are Web3 domains? Standard domain names, DNS, addresses like apple.com or thenewslack.io are different from Web3 domains. A DNS is like a phone book, but instead of listing phone numbers, it indexes public websites and the IP addresses that go with them. The result of a 42-character hex string is the file thenewslack.crypto. With Web3 blockchain domain name systems, one only needs to recall a shorter phrase. The term Web3 refers to the upcoming version of the web's legal, technical, and monetary architecture, which includes cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, and blockchain technology. Projects on the Web3 can be classified as digital services, decentralized finance, and collectibles, among others. Instead of providing a human-readable string of characters as an IP address, a decentralized crypto domain acts as a stand-in for your cryptocurrency wallet. These Web3 domain names can be traded on exchanges like Solana, SolSea, or OpenSea as non-fungible tokens, or digital certificates of validity. Additionally, Web3 domains have extensions like .crypto, .dao, and .eth. It is simple to see the appeal of a Web3 domain name that represents a blockchain address. For instance, it is much simpler for the sender to remember and send the salary to bob.eth rather than reciting some obscure 42-character crypto wallet address. Web3, also referred to as the read-write-trust web and the decentralized web, aims to reclaim control of users' data and content from monopolistic tech giants like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, and wrests control of the web from them. In what ways does Web3 DNS differ from conventional domains, and how will Web3 function? The current limitations of a traditional blockchain make it challenging to use and have decreased its acceptance. A typical wallet address looks something like this down in the captions. This would scare off the average person, which would prevent adoption. The internet had to overcome this IP address related issue in order to become widely used. A name service is required by blockchain organizations in order to create digital identities across public addresses. A named address will also be much simpler for customers to interact with than a string of random letters and numbers. An example of hierarchical namespace with DNS influences is a decentralized Web3 name service like the Riff name service. The goal of RNS's design is to offer a naming scheme that can be applied to resources. What is an ENS and how does it work? The main goal of the Ethereum name service is to turn names into machine-readable identifiers such as Ethereum addresses. Anybody could purchase, own, manage, and move their domain name from one host to another as needed. They also had full control and ownership over all underlying data. The web was initially a decentralized system based on DNS. A decentralized Web3 name service operates, but how? The new name service called ENS, which is based on Ethereum, has garnered a lot of interest from the community. A Web3 blockchain system called Ethereum Name Service enables users to create their own distinctive and memorable usernames. Therefore, by using Ethereum smart contracts to control domain name registration and resolution, ENS aims to offer a complementary solution to DNS. You can give a single name to all of your wallet addresses and decentralized websites by using the service. For instance, alex.eth enables you to recognize and easily find wallet addresses in a distributed setting. Now we will look at the three different types of smart contracts in the ENS: the registry, registrars, and resolvers. The registry. The ENS registry is managed by a single smart contract, which also keeps track of all domains and subdomains. The system's sole function, which has been kept intentionally simple, is to connect a name to the resolver responsible for it. Additionally, it stores the three critical pieces of information below. Number 1. The domain owner may be a smart contract or an external account. The domain owner has the ability to change the resolver and TTL, transfer domain ownership, to a different address and modify the rights of subdomains. Number 2. Resolvers are responsible for transforming names into addresses. If a contract adheres to certain rules, it can become a resolver. Number 3. ENS uses the namehash method to create hashes of names that are saved. The highest level portion of ENS domain names hash, referred to as the label hash, is added to the name hashes of other portions to create the name hash, which is then calculated. Now we move on to the registrars. A registrar is a smart contract that manages domain names and can assign users subdomain names in accordance with rules. For the registration of the .eth names, the ENS team utilized both the Victory auction registrar and the permanent registrar. The ENS team published a smart contract on May 4, 2017 that uses a Victory auction to register names longer than 6 characters. The Victory auction is a type of sealed bid auction where buyers place bids without knowing how many other buyers have placed bids. The highest bidder only has to pay the second highest amount, and the auction winner is the highest bidder. On May 4, 2019, the ENS team replaced the auction registrar for registering names longer than 6 characters with the permanent registrar. The perpetual registrar is made to continue operating until a serious flaw in the registrar contract forces is replaced. The way that .eth names are billed has been changed to an annual rent payment model, where each name will be charged $5 annually. The registrar controller concept was developed to enable name owners to assign responsibility for name management alongside the permanent registrar. As a result, the registration process is made simpler when a name is registered by the registrar controller, which can configure resolver and name records as part of the registration transaction. In September 2019, a second auction known as the short name auction for remaining short names with a length of 3 to 6 began. The ENS team used the English auction as the auction method and OpenSea, a well-known crypto asset marketplace, as the auction platform. An English auction allows for unlimited bids and is open to the general public. This differs slightly from the Victory auction period in that the highest bidder will receive the name and the number of deposits will determine the first year registration fee. And lastly, let's look at the resolvers. The resolver stores the mapping of names to records. The ENS team's public resolvers have 8 preset categories of records, but ENS can hold any records. 2 steps make up the ENS name resolving process. The user must first search the registry for the appropriate resolver before requesting the resolver's resolution outcomes. What are .eth domain names used for? ENS can be used to transform lengthy numbers into simple to remember words. As a result, there are less chances for error and more direct experience. An ENS domain's owner can also create subdomains and assign additional data to them. However, it isn't always necessary for it to be a wallet address. Instead, a smart contract piece of metadata or a transaction could be referenced using it. The traditional domain name investors and blockchain entrepreneurs, 2 extremely fascinating markets, meet at the intersection of the ENS.eth domain names. Sadly, despite there being millions of blockchain users worldwide, very few blockchain domain names have been registered. As blockchain users have discovered, picking a domain name for their application makes it simpler to use. There is now a sizable pent-up demand for domains. To allow others to build brand value on your property while keeping your options open, you can also rent out your blockchain domains or even set up a lease purchase agreement. How do you register a .eth ENS domain name? So the first step would be to sign in to a Ethereum-enabled browser. You need to have at least a small amount of ETH in your wallet to cover transaction fees and the first year's annual fee for your NFT domain names in order to purchase Web3 domains like ENS. You also have to be signed into your Ethereum browser with the same wallet as the name you wish to own. On a desktop, this might be Brave with the crypto wallet feature enabled, or Chrome with the MetaMask plugin installed. You could also use any mobile Ethereum browser, Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, MetaMask Mobile, or any other wallet. Navigate to the ENS manager to get your desired .eth name. Go to app.ens domains in your browser and type your desired .eth name into the search names section before clicking the search button. If the desired .eth name hasn't already been registered by someone else, you can get it. You'll be directed to the screen asking you how long you'd like to register the domain for. Using the buttons, choose how many years you want to pay the annual fee for the first time. A name must be registered with ENS Manager for a minimum of 1 year. By paying a fee, you can sign up for an additional year. You can choose to postpone the end of your registration period. Click the blue Request to Register button in the bottom right corner. If you choose MetaMask as your wallet, a box asking you to confirm the transaction will appear. Click the Confirm button to provide evidence. To complete registration, kindly wait until the green bar crosses Request to Register and wait for a minute. Finish the registration process. When your waiting time is up, orange lettering that clicks Click Register to proceed to the third step will appear. Next, select the adjacent blue Register button. You will be presented with a new MetaMask window that asks you to finish a transaction in order to finalize your name and pay the registration fee. From the drop-down menu, choose Confirm. Where the Register button was on the Manager page, TX Pending will replace it. Following the validation of the transaction, your name will be registered. The future of Web3 domain names. Similar to how PayPal can be used to pay a friend for lunch in cryptocurrency, the Ethereum name service aims to make cryptocurrency transactions more practical and available. ENS is a development in the accessibility of blockchain interaction. We might see an increase in ENS names as a result of its use and rising popularity, just as we stopped using IP addresses to access the web. Because of Web3 hosting, businesses will become more open and user-focused. In the future, people, apps, and websites will use blockchain-based domains to give users access to the decentralized web. This opens the door for blockchain. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do hit the like button and do subscribe for more crypto-related content. Till next time.